I learned that culture is defined as a set of values, behaviors, and beliefs. But what does that even mean? I mean, we talk about culture all the time, and I confidently can say that it can't just be distilled into that lame-ass academic definition. No. Culture is kind of how we live our lives. Because the thing is, we all pretty much do the same thing, but how we do it is the different story which illuminates culture. Like how we talk, how we eat, what we believe, how we exercise, what we wear, what we don't wear, our environment, how we treat it, how we celebrate and mourn, how we work, how we spend our time, how we love, and even how we take a fat. So if culture is how we do things, and it's the main differentiating factor between us, then wouldn't it be great if we could just learn to understand each other's differences in order to love each other and open up our minds? Well, that's where UNSTUK comes into play. And who am I? Right, here we go. Hello, I'm Mackenzie. I'm from America, as you can tell from my sweet melodic accent. And my boyfriend and I are about to take a very interesting adventure where we, as two Westerners, because he's from England, are going to live as much as possible like locals in cultures that are completely unknown to us, completely different than the way we live. And so you may be asking yourself, what's the point? Well, I'll tell you the point. The point is that a lot of times in the past 6 years, I have been working and more stable, and I want to see what's going on in the world, so I'll watch travel vloggers. But when I do that, I see a lot of the same touristic locations, I see the beautiful landscapes, and I'll see the food, but I kind of want more. But I don't really see what the people are up to. What are they doing? Because the thing is, we all need and do basically the same things. But how we do them is completely different. How we view love, how we exercise, how we see the world, how we are entertained, for God's sake. There's just so many different nuances that culture comes and plays. And I want to showcase that partly because I'm not a natural critical thinker, but travel has allowed me in my life to sit back and think, okay, these people do this, but I do this. Why do I do this? Why do we do this as a people? And maybe even what's right for me, which ultimately allows for growth personally. But another thing is when you get to understand why somebody does what they do, despite it being so different than you or me, then you gain connection and respect. And if anything, I want these videos to give that. Hopefully they allow for more connection, more respect of totally different cultures than your own. And so you may be asking, where are you two imps going? Well, we're going to India. And there's a couple reasons why we're going to India, and I can get into those. But first, I wanted to show a montage of my friends and family talking about their initial perspectives of India and its culture. What are your initial perceptions of Indian culture?
Indian culture. It is very spiritual.
My perceptions of Indian culture are that it's very family oriented, lots of amazing flavors of food. I think Bollywood, singing, dancing, colorful saris. I think inequality. I think of the caste system.
The big sense of Indian culture that really stands out to me is the sense of community.
I know that they're very spiritual, and I also know that they're highly educated people.
I think of India, I think of Bollywood and all the dancing that they do and how cool that all is.
I think it's a culturally diverse place, but I don't know much about it, so I wouldn't really know much to say. I think about food, I think about music, and culture.
One word that I would describe India in would be vibrant. Colorful.
Colorful.
Cohesive.
Family.
Spicy.
Words. Yummy food.
You see all the food, it just looks so good.
I think I'd like to learn more about the different tiers of society that they have between, the wealthy, the poor, the middle class, and what those worlds look like a little bit more, and how they all got to those different tiers of society.
I'd be interested to learn about either the ethnic diversity or the religious diversity of the subcontinent.
The different spiritual practices in India. Maybe that could involve religion, but I feel like it's people are very in touch with their spiritual side there.
What they think of the elderly. Do they value the older people?
Hi, Jack. The one other thing I want to try in India, I want to get an Indian head massage. I watch Indian head massage videos all the time.
Good. Okay. What do you think, Teddy? So, as you can see, just from a small snippet of American perspective, that India is perceived as vibrant and colorful and complex and community driven. So these videos are about to explore, is that true? Is that true? And if so, how does that even manifest into daily life? I'm so excited. And the reason why we chose India is because India has 28 different states. And in each state, there's a completely different culture, different languages being spoken, different religions being practiced. Ethnically, the people will look different. And so with our 1 year long visa, technically it's really a 6 month long visa because you can only stay in the country for 6 months of that year, but I digress. We are gonna try to explore at least 3 or 4 different states and capture our perspective of the culture there. And so we're gonna start out in the southwest in a state called Kerala, which is known as God's own country. And let me tell you something, it looks like it. I'm so excited. And you might think they speak Hindi in Kerala. Wrong! They speak a language called Malayalam. I think I pronounced that correctly, I probably did. So I'm gonna work on that. But, and actually the second most spoken language is English. So we're gonna practice and at least try to grasp some phrases and try to communicate as much as we can with the people, and hopefully, first of all, we can make friends from that, and second of all, hopefully experiences will open up to us because we're at least trying to understand and respect the culture. So I'm about to leave in a couple of days. I'm really excited. I hope you join this journey with us, and I just want to give a big thank you to anyone who takes the time out of their day to watch these videos. I hope you gain something from them, and if there's anything during this time that you want to learn more about, please make a comment, and we will be responsive and try to show as much as we can during our time, because this is going to be kind of our full-time job, hopefully for as long as humanly possible, but we're going to try it out for a year. So again, thank you for joining this journey with us, and I will see you soon.